I'm Wendy.
I'm Steve, and this is Pippin.
And together we're the Happy Travellers.
Well, here we are today, going to give you a roundup of what we spent in the past week.
We're making a bit of a change, so we're still going to carry on with the monthly. We're going to do a monthly roundup at the end of each month, just like we have done over the past couple of years. We wanted to do a sort of more detailed thing, let you know how week by week is going. A, want to let you know, and B, because I think that helps us a bit more. And another little change we're going to make. Yes. We are going to separate out the motorhome costs, because somebody said, from the last months when we did the March roundup, somebody said, your motorhome costs tend to skew the figures. Spending 500 quid on tyres, that's not normal. But anyway.
I think it's better to have two also generalised day-to-day living expenses, which are the same whether you're in a van or a house.
Yeah.
And instead of us having house costs on top of that, like gas
council
and
tax,
electric, that's all.
Gas bill, electric bill, water rates,
home insurance and things, then we've got them for the motorhome, so it can compare if it's cheaper, those costs, than rather than living in a house.
So it's not that we're going to not report on the motorhome costs.
We will.
We're just going to separate those out.
Yeah.
And report them differently. So we'll do living costs, and then we'll say at the end what the motorhome cost us that month.
Yeah.
Or that week. We're going to go to weekly and then round up each month. Yeah. So the things we've spent on in the last week, or the week that this covers: groceries, clothes, beer and food. So these let me just give you the proper categories. That's groceries, health and well-being, health and personal care, entertainment,
miscellaneous,
and parking and site fees.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So that's all we spent money on, those 5 categories. So groceries, £86.
Yes. That I think's about average. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see week to week. So this is the first week. What we spent that week.
It'll be different now.
And then we spent some clothes, and we also got a museum ticket, which I think comes under health and personal care. It's good for my brain to go to museums. And then so that was £84.
Yep.
And you're wearing one of your new shirts, aren't you? Yes.
Yeah.
Summer's here.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So entertainment. This is beers, coffees, food out. We spent £70. So we like to enjoy ourselves, and I don't think we did stint on that.
No. Don't think we should. And then we bought some birthday cards and a jigsaw puzzle.
That's in the miscellaneous category.
Yes. So that came to £18.
And then parking and that sort of stuff, sort of comes out of parking and site fees.
Yeah.
We only spent £8 on that, because we tend to find free or very cheap places to park up. But that's when we talk about next week, which will be out next week, it'll be a lot more. So but there you go. So this week's total for all of our spend has been £266 in total. I haven't worked out what the euro figure for that is, but there you are.
But I was just thinking, I wonder if we talk about site fees, if that's not like rent, should that not come under Should that
Rent.
come out of the rent? You know, like it's like rent. If you're living in a house, you'd account for your rent and your gas and electric. So should it come under like that cost of living in a motorhome, or just your weekly budget? I think it might come out of that. The cost.
No,
of
I think
living in a
just
motorhome.
general cost of living. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of confusion as we work this out.
I'm not sure.
The cost of the motorhome will be things like new tyres, repairs, maintenance, oil, servicing, all that sort of stuff. Anything that upgrades the motorhome.
And insurance for it and tax.
Yeah, insurance. You know, that's going to be just to let you know, we pay £1,500 a year for insurance through Comfort Insurance, full-time insurance. So, you know, that's about, what is that, £135 a month, isn't it?
Yep.
So I sort of equate that to our version of council tax, if you like. You know, but it, you know, I think it's in motorhome costs. So we're going to treat that separately, but we'll detail out exactly what we spend on and why it's in the motorhome cost category. It'll be separate. We haven't spent anything on the motorhome in the week that this covers last week.
No.
So basically, that is 28. It's £28 a day.
Yeah, that's right.
So 266 for the week. £28 for the day, and I guarantee you, because I already know, we've spent a load more next in the next video.
Yeah, we have spent a lot.
We're publishing these on Friday afternoon, so hopefully, you know, you get to see a weekly sort of trend of what we're spending, how we live, and so on, and hopefully that's interesting. So we're doing that on Friday, and plus we're publishing the normal sort of we call them the motorhome diaries now.
Yes, yeah.
On a Sunday. Sunday 1 o'clock comes out.
We'll tell you what we've been doing and where we've been and what Pippin's happened with Pippin, how she is, and other disasters with machines.
In other video categories, we'll be doing bits about Pippin, because she's a major part of our life at the moment, and we've had a real tough time over the last few days with her being very, very ill. If you've seen the community post I put up, you'll know a bit more about it. We're very worried. She's still with us, and still under vet care supervision. So we've got to go back tomorrow. But there you are. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching.
Yes, thank you.
We do hope that these weekly updates on finance are going to be more helpful than the monthly roundup. But you'll get the monthly roundup as well. So that's it.
Yep, that's it.
We'll see you again in the next one.
Yep.
Bye bye for now.